Samsung made the Galaxy Z TriFold official, but the moment you break down what it offers, it becomes clear that this device is more of an experimental flex than a polished upgrade. Samsung starts by jumping to 45-watt charging while the Fold 7 stays at 25-watt. And they actually put a charger in the box, something they haven't done for years. But let's be honest, this feels less like generosity and more like Samsung trying to soften the blow of the TriFold's obvious trade-offs. When opened, the TriFold does transform into a 10-inch tablet, but even this highlight has drawbacks. Yes, the wider aspect ratio makes videos appear larger on paper, and apps like the File Manager, Samsung Health, the Gallery, and YouTube switch to something resembling proper tablet views. But the transition doesn't hide the fact that the interface still struggles with scaling across 3 connected panels. Rotate it into portrait mode and it feels more like a stretched UI than a natural tablet. Samsung tried to compensate with a 5,600 milliamp hour battery, 1,200 milliamp hour more than the Fold 7, but the expanded display eats into that gain quickly. DeX finally works directly on the device without needing an external monitor, something the Fold 7 still requires. The so-called dual screen setup sounds impressive until you realize the entire system still depends on a phone-grade processor handling a full DeX workload. Physically, the TriFold is thin at 3.9 millimeters when unfolded, beating the Fold 7's 4.2 millimeters, but that advantage disappears immediately when you fold it. At 12.9 millimeters thick and 309 grams, it's undeniably bulky and noticeably heavier than the Fold 7's 215 grams. Samsung may call this acceptable for the form factor, but the reality is that you feel every bit of the extra weight. The display is another letdown. Samsung gives the cover display 2,600 nits but cuts the main panel to 1,600 nits, which makes both creases stand out more outdoors. With 2 creases instead of 1, the effect becomes distracting fast. The unfolding process becomes its own problem. You're forced to open 2 panels in a specific sequence, left first, then right. This level of fragility is something the Fold 7 never had to deal with. Cameras remain identical to the Fold 7, which would be fine if the TriFold didn't cost far more. Only one configuration exists: 16 gigabytes RAM and 512 gigabytes storage. Even worse, Samsung ships it with the Snapdragon 8 Elite instead of the newer Elite Gen 5, a baffling choice considering the S26 next month will use the newer chip. The TriFold debuted in Korea at about $2,400, and the US price is expected to be between $2,700 and $3,000, launching next month. The price alone makes it clear that despite all the hype, this first-gen TriFold still feels like a compromise-heavy prototype disguised as a flagship.